how Texas farmers deal with millions of wild boars destroying cornfields. Hello, my friends. Texas is one of the largest corn-producing states in America. Cornfields not only provide essential food sources, but also serve as the primary income for many Texas farmers. Yearly, these farmers diligently work to plant and tend their cornfields. However, at times, they face undesired outcomes: uprooted soil, desolate fields, and remaining corn nibbled away. Faced with these situations, farmers have limited choices. They must decide whether to continue battling those causing these issues or abandon the fields they've worked hard to cultivate. This is a story about the struggle for survival of farmers against seemingly harmless creature, but in reality, a dangerous invader: wild boars. Join us in exploring this challenging journey. Recently, we witnessed a wild hog invasion into a cornfield in Texas. What's notable, interesting, is how they cause devastating destruction and create unmanageable chaos. These noses are keen, capable of detecting scents of food and enticing aromas from lush fields. They venture with their offspring to relish the products farmers prepare to harvest. What makes them unabashedly destroy cornfields instead of choosing other food? This leads us to explore the importance of corn to wild hogs. Corn stands as one of the favorite foods for wild hogs, providing ample nutrients and energy. Especially during harvesting or post-mowing periods, these are the times hogs relish most. The satisfaction from eating corn might prompt them to return and destroy more fields. Wild hogs often prefer sabotaging cornfields from within rather than outside, as it offers protection and concealment, a tactic they frequently employ. Advancing into the cornfield from the middle allows them to utilize rows for cover, creating a safe, hidden area away from prying eyes, particularly when in substantial numbers. Concentrating in the middle means they are consumed more without swift detection. In the U.S., wild hogs cause up to $2.5 billion in losses annually. The government has bolstered efforts against them, particularly in Texas. Hunters receive a $5 bounty per hog if they can hunt them down. Despite being creatures that reproduce rapidly, even a population reduced by 70% can rebound remarkably within 2 to 3 years. The increasing number of wild hogs and the dire situation of cornfields have pushed U.S. farmers into challenging circumstances. With the alarming growth of wild hogs across Texas, hunting them from helicopters has become an appealing activity, often pursued by sport enthusiasts. The experience starts before dawn, with thorough safety courses covering gun handling techniques in and around the aircraft. The hunting expedition begins at sunrise. Wild hogs in the U.S. have caused numerous disasters, wreaking havoc on cornfields and exerting immense pressure on neighboring areas. With nearly 4 million wild hogs living in Texas, witnessing a dozen or more rampaging through and wreaking havoc on farmers' properties is entirely common. Measures like fences and traps have been implemented but haven't yielded sufficient effectiveness. Wild hogs continue to cause substantial damage to corn growers in Texas, ambushing large swathes of cornfields, resulting not only in crop loss, but also land damage up to 50 acres. To prevent wild hogs from ravaging cornfields, farmers often organize hunts on their land. The best time to hunt wild hogs is, the precise answer, nighttime. As hog hunting becomes a popular method to control the increasing population, the species has adapted to nocturnal behavior. They typically move in herds of 10 to 20 during each foraging session. Many hunters assume you can go out and shoot a hog with minimal effort and skill, but that's not the case. It requires expertise, knowledge, and sometimes advanced skills to take down a hog. It demands agility and precision to keep any wild hog from escaping control. Large-scale wild hog populations not only harm cornfields, but can also pollute water sources and threaten the safety of humans, livestock, and other wildlife. Preventing the invasion of wild hog is a crucial battle, safeguarding both food sources and the environment. Understanding this issue and supporting farmers in protecting cornfields and ecosystems from the creature's destruction is imperative. Let's unite and take action to safeguard this vital environment and food source for the community. How American farmers and hunters deal with the largest wild boars. Every year, the agriculture industry in the United States faces significant losses due to the invasion of wild animals, especially wild pigs. Causing considerable negative impacts on the environment, wildlife, and agriculture economy.
Görmüş olduğunuz gibi bu sabah
Imagine if a herd of wild pigs, each weighing about 100 to 200 kilograms, invaded your field. What would be the consequences? That's indeed concerning. Wild pigs can cause significant damage to your field in a short time. With such destruction, restoring the field would require significant effort and cost from your side. Looking at this field, a herd of wild pigs has been here for a week, causing extensive damage to the crops. 1/3 of the field area has been destroyed by the invaders. Carelessness in the cultivation process can lead to serious consequences for farmers when wild pigs invade. Damaging or consuming crops and seeds before they can germinate. This results in significant losses of anticipated food sources, reduced land productivity, and considerable economic losses for the farmers. Their footprints on the ground are clear signs. However, do you see what's peculiar here? These are footprints of an ordinary wild pig. And this is what those farmers have discovered. Precisely, there is something unusual here, but worries the farmers. This creature may be larger than they imagined. Smart wild pigs know how to exploit ripe fields, turning them into ideal destinations for their feasts. With their keen sense of smell, the herds easily identify places with delicious food. They come and proceed to wreak havoc, leaving cornfields more devastated than ever, causing significant difficulties for the farmers. Wild pigs are indeed powerful and aggressive. This wild pig is so large that it can stand on its ground against a pack of attacking dogs. Its strength makes every opponent cautious. This creature looks truly intimidating, standing firm until there's a chance to retreat. Directly facing a gigantic wild pig is not an easy experience, especially for those without experience. This only adds more disadvantages to the farmers, creating a dangerous and asymmetrical battle. Therefore, they need support from experienced hunters to deal with this animal. And this hunt will be a little different. Let's see what happens. The first thing we need to do is track down the giant boar. Tracking will be difficult without bait. Bags of food will be spread on the ground to wait for it to arrive. Hidden cameras will be installed everywhere. Because wild boars are extremely wary and do not like close proximity to humans, hunting them is often very time-consuming. And now you can see this monster clearly. The hunter's tension becomes more obvious than ever. Do you think he can defeat the monster with just an arrow like that? This is really crazy. A stray shot could also injure and enrage the large animal, threatening his life. Even though it has hit the target, the wild boar was so big that it was still able to run away. Our job now is to track this injured animal.
Look how high this blood is. This is blood everywhere. There he is. Golly.
And as you can see, the giant wild boar was completely defeated. This is a very strong animal, and it weighs about 350 kilograms. It is this thing that lives on soybeans, peanuts, corn, so much that it causes farmers all kinds of grief. Some farmers have suffered heavy damage to their crops and pastures. Luckily, this hunter was able to eliminate this giant invader with a bow and arrow, saving the farmer thousands of dollars in the future.
Beat a 50-pounder. Like that is gonna be the best hog we've ever eaten.
Elsewhere, after nearly 3 years of work and countless missed opportunities, a hunter named Jet Webb finally brought his giant wild boar into view. Years of stalking and baiting finally paid off. The ferocious monster has been defeated. Jet Webb did what no one else could do. He killed a giant wild boar under the moonlight. It seems that the other wild boars ran away after hearing the gunshots, but Jet Webb failed to scan the area with his night vision goggles before diving from the tree. One mistake could cost him his life. Jet Webb took his video as he approached the slain animal. It was bigger than he had ever seen. Moving this animal was difficult. Jet Webb had to pull it with an ATV. The hunt was over, and the amazing thing was that he had a trophy of up to 500 kilograms. This is not a hunting clip, but it definitely deserves to be in today's video, given the oversized size of this wild boar. As you can see, a giant wild boar is searching for food for its cubs, while 3 piglets patiently watch as their hungry mother stands on 2 legs and rummages through the trash. It can be seen that no one dares to take out the trash when they see this wild boar family. The mother boar was so big that she looked like a grizzly bear and made headlines in local newspapers in Hong Kong. The wild boars we just saw are some of the largest wild boars in the world. But don't worry, the chances of you encountering one of them are very low. What I mean is, wild boars can be present in many different areas. However, most of them are usually much smaller in size than the large ones we see in the video. However, wild boars are crop destroyers and have the potential to cause great damage to crops and livestock. So you should definitely watch out for them if you're a farmer. How farmers and hunters deal with millions of wild boars in Texas. Howdy folks, the annual damage to Texas agriculture caused by wild hogs amounts to around $118.8 million US. Outside Texas, these hogs are estimated to cause damages up to $2.5 billion US annually across 39 states where they reside. Apart from crops, wild hogs can have adverse effects on livestock efforts. They have a penchant for rooting the soil, which can promote the growth of weeds in pastures, affecting grazing opportunities for livestock and leading to significant production losses and repair costs. Their consumption of livestock feed presents even more issues, potentially causing diseases that affect the animal's health. Moreover, these hogs are known to kill young deer, sheep, and even calves. According to the Texas Parks and Wildlife Department, by 2022, the wild hog population in the U.S. had surged to 8.9 million, with an estimated 3.5 million residing solely in Texas. Why this rapid increase in hog numbers in Texas and other U.S. states? It's primarily due to the prolific breeding abilities. Female wild hogs typically start breeding at 6 to 10 months old. Besides early reproductive maturity, they can reproduce multiple times a year, averaging 4 to 12 piglets per litter. These factors significantly contribute to the sustained population growth and the explosion in wild hog numbers. Hence, hog hunting in Texas ranks at the top of many hunters' lists. In Texas, anyone can hunt wild hogs year-round, as long as you legally own a firearm, possess the physical ability for the task, and can complete with Texas's hunting education requirements. One of the most popular hog hunting methods in Texas is stalking. If your goal is to cover ground, stalking might suit you. Hogs are incredibly fast and cover vast areas, making stalking them a challenge. And additionally, hunting afoot might not be advisable in the intense Texas summer heat or in rugged terrains where snakes and other predators reside. Therefore, dash cams can significantly assist in tracking hogs while walking, increasing your success chances significantly if you know their exact whereabouts. For avid hog hunters, spot and stalk hunting is indispensable. According to TPWD, in Texas, hunting from vehicles is legal as long as you're on a personal property. Many Texas hog hunters spot and stalk using utility terrain vehicles, robust off-road vehicles that can accommodate up to 4 passengers and have ample cargo space. It's not uncommon to see hunters pursuing in SUVs and trucks, some equipped with raised seats and custom gun racks. And if neither of these hunting styles suits you, you can even pay for a helicopter or machine gun hog hunting. You heard it right. As they say, everything's bigger in Texas. That statement holds particularly true for hog hunting in Texas. Moreover, baiting is another experimental method to hunt wild hogs. Baiting is especially popular among ground blinds, elevated blinds, and tree stand hunters, particularly those using bows. Although a skilled bow hunter might harvest a hog by stalking, the best chance to hit a wild hog might come through baiting. Baiting is effective for both stalking and spot and stalk, as it can lure hogs into your area for an element of surprise. If you ask any hog hunter about their favorite bait, you'll likely hear various answers. They might use shook corn, fermented grains, rotten pumpkins, dog food, sour fruits, or white bread soaked in big red soda. Texans have likely used a plethora of baits to lure hogs. The internet is a treasure trove of DIY hog bait recipes, as well as commercially available baits. Finally, another effective method to control wild hogs is trapping. Unlike other methods described in this article, trapping is the most passive approach. Set it and forget it. Trapping involves placing bait inside large metal traps, often made of heavy-wielded steel. Ultimately, Texas wild hogs can easily weigh over 300 pounds and are incredibly robust, especially when threatened and highly agitated. You'd be surprised to see a large, enraged hog demolish even the sturdiest traps. Wild hogs can be hunted during both day and night. Understanding their behavior and movement patterns is crucial. Texas summers can be brutally hot, causing hogs to seek shelter and conserve energy. This behavior makes night hunting more ideal. However, in areas with dense hog populations, sun-tolerant hunters might harvest quite a few trophies. For daytime hog hunters, the best time to hunt is just after sunrise and 30 minutes to 1 hour before sunset. When scouting for hogs, hunters look for typical signs: fresh droppings, rooted ground, muddy wallows, and depressions where hogs lay to cool off. Hogs also tend to gather near water sources. Interestingly, they lack sweat glands, so they concentrate near water to cool off. Sound also plays a crucial role in scouting, as hunters can pinpoint a sounder's location by listening to their grunts and calls. Once the hunters identify the target, they can choose between stalk, spot and stalk, or fixing shooting tactics. In contrast to daytime hunting, nighttime hunting is a unique and thrilling experience, increasingly popular in Texas. It involves more equipment than daytime hunting, including thermal or night vision optics. Hunters can also leverage night vision technology, but it comes with a hefty price tag. Of course, budget is a primary consideration. Ultimately, you shouldn't spend more than what you can afford. If we were to sum up the importance of hog hunting in Texas and other hog-populated states in just 2 words, it would be damage control. Wild hogs are among the most destructive creatures in America, wreaking havoc on the environment and causing significant material and financial damage. They might never be eradicated, making population control crucial.